A 58-year-old Turkish man, Ahmet Salit, collapsed at home and was brought to the emergency department by ambulance unconscious and intubated. A CT scan of his brain indicates that he has a large cerebral bleed. His prognosis is very poor. The emergency department consultant has arranged to have a meeting with his 3 children to inform them that he is gravely ill and is unlikely to survive. The doctor briefs the nurse caring for the patient and the interpreter on the planned conversation. A discussion is now underway with his children, 2 of whom speak no English, to explain the prognosis.
Can you explain to me what you know has happened to Ahmet so far?
So, he's collapsed at home this morning and just rushed him to the emergency. That's all I know.
Okay, so no doctor's spoken to you or
No.
spoken to you before now? Okay. I will speak to you, but I'll use Attila to interpret for your brother and sister. If there's anything you don't understand, please interrupt and ask me. So Dad Ahmet had a severe headache at home this morning, and then he collapsed when the ambulance was called.
Yani bu sabah Ahmet Bey'in ciddi bir baş ağrısı oldu ve yani düştü, bayıldı ve ambulans çağrılmıştı herhalde.
It's important to be aware of the seating arrangements in the room, ensuring that the medical team can make eye contact with the family members during the discussion.
When the ambulance arrived, they found that he wasn't breathing very well for himself, and they had to put a tube in his mouth into his lungs to help breathe for him.
Ambulans geldiğinde düzgün nefes alamadığını gördüler ve daha rahat nefes alabilmesi için ciğerlerine bir tüp saldılar.
The use of correct terminologies and direct interpretation is very important. Breaking bad news must be done clearly and honestly, and the only way to ensure this is to have a professional interpreter present.
When the ambulance brought him in, he was still unconscious.
Acil servise getirildi ve oraya geldiğinde hala baygındı, yani kendisinde değildi.
When we've been looking after him in the emergency department, we can see that he's not waking up. He's got the breathing tube in his mouth, and we need to help breathe for him because he's not breathing well on his own.
Acil serviste gördüğümüz uyanamıyordu, kendine gelemiyordu ve tüp olduğu halde hala nefes almakta zorlanıyordu.
So one of the tests we did when he was brought in was to do a CAT scan of his head, special X-ray of his brain to have a look inside his head.
Geldiğinde özel bir film çekildi, CAT scan dediğimiz bir tomografi filmi çekildi, beynine gösterebilecek.
In addition to there being a lot of bleeding in the brain, there is also a lot of swelling that we can see in the brain because of the hemorrhage.
Şimdi her şey iyi olacak, yani bir sorun yok. Yani işte tomografi çekilmiş falan. Hemen telaşa kapılmak doğru değil yani. Henüz ortada bir şey yok.
Ciddi yani. Doktorun anlattığına göre ciddi ya, nasıl oluyor?
Öyle düşünmeyin yani, ben kötü ihtimal sunuyorum yani bunda, yani pek bir şey yok.
The presence of an interpreter is important when discussing complex and emotionally difficult issues with culturally and linguistically diverse families, even if a family member present speaks fluent English. Family members used as interpreters may attempt to protect each other from bad news by softening the language, and this may lead to misunderstandings.
I'll need to continue interpreting if you
okay.
don't mind.
I'll have to clarify things. It is very serious. Okay, this is really bad.
Yani şunu bir anlayalım diyor, çok ciddi durum.
Ciddi işte.
There is a chance that Ahmet will not survive this, quite a real chance that he will die from this hemorrhage.
Yani bu kanamadan dolayı ölme ihtimalinin büyük olduğu.
Yok ya. Öyle bir şey yok. Üzülmeye de gerek yok.
No such thing, there's no need to worry about it.
Isn't that right?
No, it's not. This is a very severe event. Things look really bad, and there's a high chance that Dad is not going to survive this, that he's going to die from this.
Durum çok iyi gözükmüyor. Babanızın bu kanamadan dolayı ölme ihtimali çok büyük.
And if he does survive, he's going to be, or likely to be, left with severe brain injury so that he won't be able to wake up or communicate or do anything for himself.
Kurtulacak olsa bile bu durumdan çok ciddi beyinde hasarla kalacak ve dolayısıyla konuşamayacak, yani kimseyi tanıyamayacak, o şekilde olmayacak.
Yapılacak başka bir şey yok mu yani? Ne bileyim başka yöntemler.
Isn't there anything we can do?
As I said, the neurosurgeons have seen him and they've seen the CAT scans, and because the bleeding is so severe and the brain is so swollen, there's really little they can do.
Yani beyin cerrahı görmüş kendisini, filmleri görmüş. Kanamanın ve şişmenin çok aşırı olduğundan dolayı yapılabilecek bir şey olmadığını söylüyorlar.
Çok geç kaldık. Erken getirmemiz gerekiyordu hastaneye. Geç müdahale oldu.
We're too late. We should have brought him to the hospital earlier.
Listen, you're not to know that this was going to happen. It was just a headache. You got him to hospital in a really good time. You did well. Yeah.
Böyle bir şey olacağını bilemezdiniz. Basit bir baş ağrısı gibiydi. Hani siz elinizden geleni yaptınız. Hastaneye vaktinde getirdiniz.
Ahmet was admitted to the intensive care unit and was declared brain dead 24 hours later. A radionucleic scan and a cerebral angiogram showed that he had no blood supply to his brain. Ahmet went on to donate his heart, lungs, liver and kidneys, benefiting the lives of 5 people.